Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video. My name is Adam. I'm the owner of Alpha Strike Games and Hobbies in Perth. And here is my partner in crime, Tarron.
I'm just the guy who plays the games.
Would you consider yourself to be a stealthy person?
Well, it depends on the game.
I suppose.
Myself, personally, not really.
No.
No.
You just make a lot of noise, stomp around
Yeah.
like a giant.
Yeah.
That's the way.
We're going to do a quickie today, aren't we?
We are. We're going to talk about an interesting piece of technology. We're going to travel to the Capella Confederation.
Oh, they did
Because
this one,
these
didn't
guys invented this. We are going to take a look at stealth armor. Swoosh. Where'd you go?
they? I did a stealth swoosh.
You
Did you see that? Okay.
Right, so stealth armor. So you must have another piece of equipment for this to work when you're designing your mech, which is a Guardian ECM system, and we'll explain why. Okay.
Yeah.
So have a little read there, Tarron, and tell everyone. So we're on page 142 of Total Warfare.
Total War.
All right.
You have to have the ECM. So when your stealth armor isn't, you're allowed to flick your stealth armor on and off.
In the end phase.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
you can start the game with it on if you want.
Yeah, but otherwise in the end phase you're allowed to turn it either on or off, depending on where it is. But if your ECM is not functioning, then it won't work. So when you turn it off, the ECM functions as a normal ECM.
Yeah. So there's nothing to worry about.
Right. When you turn your stealth armor on, it continues to function normally, but the mech suffers effects as if in the radius of an enemy ECM suite.
Yeah.
So things like you wouldn't want to put a C3 slave or master into one of these mechs. You wouldn't want to put try and have it with narc beacons and things. If it's going to be running near the enemy and narking them, then it's probably going to be upsetting its own narc beacons.
Yeah.
So it's considered to be in a hostile ECM.
Yeah. It's not such a bad thing.
No.
But it is an effect that you sort of have to keep in mind.
It's something to plan around. While the system is engaged, attacks against a unit equipped with stealth armor receive additional 2-hit modifiers of +1 at medium range and +2 at long range.
Which is very, very nice. I like that.
Yes, and it cannot be attacked as a secondary target.
Even better.
Which is really good. You've seen us use that rule in our games. If you haven't seen it, go watch one of them and you'll probably see it happen at some point. The multiple target thing is actually really, really useful for larger weapon platforms. So you're going, okay, so I'm going to put my 2 short range things at this and I'm going to put my 2 long range things at that guy.
Yep.
You see? So you can't do that if one of them is stealth armor. You have to make him your primary target.
Yeah. So if you've got lance mates, like the enemy lance mates, so you've got your stealth armor and you're going after somebody, and his mates want to try and help him. Essentially, they really need to put all of their efforts onto this guy if they want to do that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
You have to be the primary target. They can split off to a secondary target for somebody else, but you have to be their primary target.
Yeah.
And that's actually quite useful. But that +1 at medium and +2 at long, that means that at medium you're at a +3, and at long range you are at a +6.
Yeah.
And that is cool.
Yeah. Especially if you've designed a mech that has long range weapons. I think it was the Capellans made what I think it was the Shao. I don't know how to pronounce it. The Shao U or the Shao something or other.
Oh, okay.
It's a medium-ish mech, medium/heavy-ish. No, what is it? It'd be medium. It's like 45 or something.
Yeah.
And it has this system on it, and it's got 2 ER large lasers or something. So it's got the lasers and it's got the range and all that sort of thing.
I would
really
personally be
cool.
going with missiles, but yeah, lasers would probably work. You need to have good heat dissipation.
Yeah.
Because the downside is every turn that you have this system on, it's generating 10 heat points.
Yeah.
Every turn.
And that unfortunately was the downside of that mech. It was like you'd shoot a bit, then you'd have to sort of run away, which you could have had the speed, but it's I think missiles as an option would have been
or a smallish autocannon, maybe a 5.
True. Yeah.
Or even a rack.
Racks are good.
Something with a bit of range but not generating too much heat would be useful for a stealth armor system because it is generating and 10 is like your base level is 10. There's 10 that come with the mech The fusion engine itself gives you 10.
Yeah.
So unless you've upped that somehow or made them doubles or done something, then you are going to be on the heat scale.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing to be, but with these modifiers, it's a good thing to risk. You just need to be careful building the mech around it.
True. That's right. Yeah. But I mean, even with that, it's quite an interesting piece of technology.
Oh yeah.
I quite like it.
And that, I mean, long range, a +6, +4.
It's bad enough.
I guess me up enough. +6, wow, man. I mean, you look at a standard everyday pilot, the average pilot is a 4.5. So you add this 6 to his 4 gunnery, that's 10.
10 already.
Automatically,
Before
just a
anything.
10. Before you do anything, 10. Boom.
Yeah.
So you better have some good minuses somewhere or something, because you are having a hard time hitting this dude. It's really, really good.
Mm.
For something that has the speed to either add to that with movement modifiers, or to get out of short and medium range and into long range, or that has maybe some long range weaponry, like you said, the large lasers.
Yeah.
This is a really cool system. It's just that 10 heat that's the only reason I've never really dug it. I'm like,
yeah. I don't know, but that mech I was talking about, I think it was 7-11 movement. So getting those, you could just stay back and just snipe. If time wasn't the efforts and things like that, you could just shoot one laser, snipe. Have a good pilot in there. He doesn't have to worry too much about the heat.
Yeah.
Missiles probably, would have been better. But again, they probably decided to put energy weapons on it because it generates so much heat. You don't want ammo exploding.
No. The worst he's going to suffer is a shutdown and like bad movement for a little while and a possible shutdown.
Yeah.
And that's it. You're not going to have ammo going and cooking off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, if you can build it heat neutral, then put anything you want in there, missiles, whatever. But if you are building this one, then I mean, I would be putting it with missiles. I reckon I could probably have put this sort of system into something like the Phoenix Hawk, the Shadowhawk.
Shadowhawk.
I reckon if I dropped one of the MMLs and mucked around with a little bit, I could probably go with stealth armor system.
Oh yeah.
Because he had 22 points of heat dissipation. So
yeah,
I reckon I could have pulled that off.
Maybe next time.
Maybe
one day when you actually get to use the Wolverine, you could make something like that. A stealth Wolverine.
A stealth Wolverine.
I like the sound of that. You could do that.
I think they call that a honey badger, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So there you go. Stealth armor system. I like it.
Quality.
I do. Yeah, I think it's cool. So
That's,
probably explore that a little bit more with some of our designs. Maybe do another pimp my mech thing with that.
We'll probably end up modding some mechs at some point, and we'll. So I mean, there's a load of stuff in Total War, let alone when you get into TAC Ops and the other ones. There's a heap of stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll do a few quickies like this on some cool stuff, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, indeed.
All
right.
good.
So if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. We'd love to sort of build the community and things like that. So everyone who's sort of subscribing is leaving messages and telling us stuff and sharing stories of their games, which is cool. We like that. So that's it. So,
all good.
Until next time, peeps. Bye.
Bye, guys.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
Extended fuel tanks.
Extended fuel tank.
Chainsaw.